Recent developments indicate that Mexico, a pivotal player in the Americas, is contemplating joining this influential bloc, presenting an opportunity for both Mexico and BRICS member states to enhance their economic and geopolitical standing. The current video investigates the effects of Mexico's BRICS membership, focusing on its economic, political, and security ramifications, as well as the reactions of both the U.S. and Mexico. The rise of BRICS as a powerful economic alliance has attracted the attention of countries all over the world in a world that is fast-changing. Recent events suggest that Mexico, a key actor in the Americas, is thinking about joining this prominent bloc, offering both Mexico and BRICS member nations the chance to strengthen their economic and geopolitical positions. The United States finds itself in a perilous position as the geopolitical chessboard continues to shift. Acutely aware of the potential consequences of Mexico's potential membership in the BRICS. Since its founding in 2001, BRICS has grown into a potent group that represents about 40% of the world's population and makes a considerable contribution to global GDP and commerce. It is distinguished by its swift economic expansion, economic diversification, and common aspiration. The objectives of BRICS are to promote equitable development and strengthen the positions of its members on the global stage. Mexico's prospective interest in BRICS comes at a time when geopolitical tensions between Mexico and the United States have increased. The bloc has shown resilience in the face of global economic crises, making it an enticing option for Mexico to contemplate joining. Mexico is looking into other paths for economic growth and international cooperation as a result of growing tension with its northern neighbor. BRICS looks to support Mexico's ambitions to exert its global power on its own as they share multipolarity and democratization of global governance ideas. What are the economic ramifications of Mexico joining the BRICS? First, Mexico's reliance on the U.S. market would decrease if it joined the BRICS, which would create a wealth of new trade prospects. The combined GDP of the blocs and the prospective creation of a BRICS currency reserve pool may increase Mexico's economic toughness, particularly during times of financial turmoil worldwide. Secondly, as a BRICS member, Mexico may gain from higher FDI from other members, which would support the growth of important industries and infrastructure projects. The BRICS' rising focus on sustainable energy cooperation, and Mexico's substantial energy resources might all have positive effects on each other, promote collaboration in the renewable energy sector, and improve energy security for all member countries. BRICS member states frequently coordinate their stances on global issues, promoting multipolarity and pushing for reforms in international organizations such as the United Nations and the World Trade Organization. Mexico's potential entry into BRICS could recalibrate its geopolitical alliances, potentially tilting towards ease and further diversifying its foreign policy partnerships. Mexico could have more sway in regional affairs as a BRICS member, especially in Latin America, where it has historically played a significant role. Recognizing that Mexico's inclusion in BRICS may potentially establish an economic rival in the Western Hemisphere, the U.S. approaches the group's expansion cautiously. The U.S. has voiced worries about how Mexico's BRICS participation could affect regional security, intelligence sharing, and defense collaboration. To maintain its sway in the region, the U.S. can use diplomatic attempts to discourage Mexico from joining BRICS by providing other trade and economic incentives. Mexico must carefully strike a balance between managing its relations with the United States and pursuing its ambition of joining the BRICS. When deciding whether to join the bloc, prospective advantages and risks must be considered, along with economic opportunities and diplomatic fallout. Strategic planning and thorough consideration are essential as Mexico considers whether or not to join the BRICS. By taking a proactive stance, Mexico might embrace the chance to strengthen its ties with the BRICS countries while preserving crucial connections with other significant actors in the international arena. Mexico's involvement in the BRIC industry might act as a spark to improve ties with other countries in Latin America and the Caribbean. Mexico can increase its influence in regional affairs and promote collaborative initiatives that benefit the entire hemisphere by positioning itself as a major participant in a potent economic bloc. Mexico could increase its involvement in multilateral forums and projects as a BRICS member, Mexico might advocate for more equitable global governance and changes that take developing country interests into account by working with other rising economies. Member nations of the BRICS have a strong interest in funding innovative technologies. The inclusion of Mexico in this bloc may encourage information sharing and local technical improvement, allowing the nation to use technology for sustainable development. Mexican membership in the BRICS has raised questions about the dynamics of its national security as it develops deeper ties with nations outside of its traditional sphere of influence. Mexico needs to address potential security issues and maintain domestic stability. To combat global challenges like organized crime, terrorism, and cybersecurity breaches, Mexico must work with the BRICS nations. The bloc's collective security might be strengthened through improved information sharing and coordinated counterterrorism initiatives. Mexico will have to carefully balance its obligations to current allies with its pursuit of defense cooperation chances with BRICS member states. Such collaboration might strengthen Mexico's military prowess and support regional stability. In light of the fact that Mexico's relations with the United States may shift as a result of its membership in the BRICS, it will be of the utmost importance to handle encounters at the border in an effective manner in order to prevent misunderstandings and minimize the risk of potential confrontations. Although becoming a member of the BRICS alliance will provide Mexico with significant economic benefits, it will also confront the country with certain challenges. There is a possibility that the establishment of a BRICS currency reserve pool will result in both positive and negative outcomes for Mexico's monetary policy. Cooperation and efficient economic management are both important if swings in currency are to be kept to a minimum. It may be challenging to modify the economic norms and laws of Mexico in order to satisfy BRIC requirements. In order to guarantee smooth access to the market while also protecting national interests, one must engage in astute partnership and negotiation. In order for Mexico to keep its competitiveness inside the BRICS and in the international arena after it joins the group, it may be necessary for Mexico to undergo domestic structural reforms. Education, scientific investigation, and technological advancement need to take precedence if there is to be any hope of sustained economic expansion. As it continues to build its clout, the BRICS group is working toward the goal of establishing a world order that is more multipolar and inclusive. Emerging economies are pushing for more representation and authority, which is progressively shifting the current international order, which is dominated by the West. BRICS provides a forum for enhanced South-South cooperation by encouraging developing countries to work together toward the promotion of shared interests and goals for their respective economic development. By placing emphasis on sustainable development, the BRICS nations want to solve global challenges such as climate change and environmental degradation, while simultaneously presenting a realistic alternative to traditional methods of economic growth. The formation of BRICS has thrown into question the historical predominance of the West. It encourages a more equitable distribution of global power in the interest of establishing a global order that is predicated on mutual regard and cooperation. The possibility of Mexico becoming a member of BRICS brings an additional layer of complication to the country's relations with the United States. The United States of America will have to readjust its approach to its neighbor to the south, Mexico, in order to take into account Mexico's growing autonomy in terms of its economic and foreign policy decisions. To maintain its place as a crucial trade partner, while also being able to accommodate Mexico's potential BRICS commitments, the United States may find it necessary to investigate new paths for economic cooperation with Mexico. It will be essential for the United States and Mexico to engage in diplomatic conversation in order to address any areas of concern linked to Mexico's membership in the BRICS. Both nations will need to find areas where they can agree on important regional and international concerns. As Mexico diversifies its international commitments, the United States needs to come to grips with the reality of shared influence in the region and find means to manage competing interests while still respecting Mexico's sovereignty. This is necessary since Mexico is increasing its international engagements at the same time that the United States is increasing its own. That's it for today. If you enjoyed today's video, then leave us a like, subscribe, and ensure the bell notification is on to be notified of our recent content. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.